legislation. We've got to say no to this. It's about training you to live in a total police state, and even NBC admits that. The headline's police state. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Listen up, friends. This is Alex Jones with key information. The mainstream media is now admitting that we're going into a depression. Don't be dependent on the government for you and your family. You need to get your own supply of high-quality storable foods from efoodsdirect.com. They're the best company out there, the longest continually operating, with a ton of great food to choose from. It's all fresh and made on a monthly basis, not some old cruddy food they're selling you like some of the other guys. Try their new evacuation pack, a 2-week supply of delicious, easy-to-fix food. It comes with all the equipment you need to prepare it. With open talk of a strike on Iran in the next 3 months, the crisis in the Gulf, and possible evacuations, get yourself and your family ready today. The place to go is efoodsdirect.com. Go to their website online right now, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or call 800-409-5633. Again, on the web, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or give them a call at 800-409-5633.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you'll love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans, made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it, others don't.
We now take you live
to the Central Texas Command Center
in the heart of the resistance. You are listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Richard Gage with big breaking news dealing with 9/11. They had a press conference at the National Press Club yesterday that actually made it into a whole bunch of mainstream news. This is important information coming up on the 9th anniversary of the tragic attacks. And while we're getting Richard Gage on the line, I wanted to go back because with a quick search, we found the cartoon that Mexico's so angry about showing the Mexican eagle shot by the drug gangs dead on the ground. And we found another cartoon making fun of the American eagle, the bald eagle, not the gold eagle, in a cage. And it says national debt. The American eagle today is in a cage. He's enslaved to debt. And you've got the drug gangs destroying Mexico in the fake drug war run by the globalists on record. And not only do I support free speech, I agree with both these cartoons. It makes perfect sense. It makes absolute sense. I want to just let listeners know, again, that we are listener-supported by supporting our sponsors and by visiting the online video bookstore at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. You can also be a PrisonPlanet.tv member for 15 cents a day, $5.95 a month, the cost of 2 Starbucks coffees. You can download all my films in the highest quality, watch the live video stream of the show, expanded extras, being a PrisonPlanet.tv member. Stuff that isn't even on the films or in the DVD extras is at PrisonPlanet.tv. My book, Paul Watson's book, and a lot more of things that are out of print are available at PrisonPlanet.tv. We've had a lot of listeners ask for something we haven't done in years, and that's signed limited edition films and books. We've got a whole section on that now at Infowars.com. And the other special that we're running until it runs out, we've only got, actually, they corrected me, we don't have 2,000 of this book. We have about 1,200 of Jesse Ventura's hardcover American Conspiracies. Powerful read. It covers 14 different subjects. It's so informative, a great gift to give people. You can get the Obama Deception for $19.95, the pivotal film, key tool to wake folks up, and get a free Jesse Ventura American Conspiracies book, $24.95 value. So the film and the book for $19.95 until the books run out. And that could be days or weeks. We don't know. The other specials just absolutely sold out. 8 different films that we were offering total in the 5-video special. And as each film would run out, we'd add a new film to the 5 combo pack for $9.95. We've got a bunch of other specials. Infowars.com, or you can simply call toll-free 888-253-3139, or write to me, P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78704. And even if we sell out of these and you write us a letter, we hold back a few hundred of specials to fill mail orders as long as it's post-dated while the special is running. So again, those are different ways to support us, but most importantly, these books and films are waking people up big time. And then this radio show is a growing international platform to bring on different guests and organizations and groups that are on the front lines of fighting for free humanity. Now, here's the PR Newswire report up on Infowars.com. 1,270 architects, engineers reveal hard evidence of explosive demolition at World Trade Center on 9/11. And the Sun Herald, Forbes, Yahoo, Breitbart, and others did report on the big press conference and the breaking, incredible information. A lot of new 9/11 info coming out. We can just add to the huge stack of proof that the official story is a complete hoax and a lie. And now the founder, well over 1,200 members of Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth, Richard Gage, joins us to recap this breaking information and give us even more intel on what's been coming out. Richard, good to have you here with us.
Thank you, Alex. It's great to be here with you. Always an honor.
Well, you've got the floor in the remainder of the hour. Tell us about this breaking info and why it's so important, on top of the new NIST footage that was forced to be released with lawsuits, the National Standards Group, that again shows Building 7 being blown up. Go ahead.
Well, indeed, Building 7 is the smoking gun of 9/11. The evidence is clear that all 3 World Trade Center high-rises were brought down by explosive demolition, and we now have almost 1,280 architects signed on to our petition demanding a new investigation. We were yesterday at 2 p.m. At the National Press Club presenting all of this evidence, much of it in the first 10 minutes at the press conference. We followed that immediately with a mock debate where we took statements from about 10 supporters of the official story, including Sham Sunder and John Gross of NIST, and the guys from Popular Mechanics, and Michael Shermer, and a host of other supporters, Bazant, and David Thomas, who we've been in debates with. We used their statements, publicly made statements, in this press conference to take off from and present these points of evidence, because they were not willing to come and debate with us publicly at the press club. So we presented their statements for them. And Senator Mike Gravel was with us at the press conference and debate, and he presented a very, very powerful plea for an investigation in support of the family members of the victims of 9/11, who are calling, many of whom are calling upon us, the architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth, to get to the truth, to get to the evidence. And that's what we've been doing, and that's what we presented. We presented the evidence of explosive nanothermite composite materials found in the dust samples throughout the lower Manhattan. It landed like a blanket, 4 to 12 inches thick. This is very, very high-tech material, explosives found in the dust, completely ignored, and in fact, they denied that they found any evidence. NIST did, and later they acknowledged that they never looked for it. Now they will not look for it, even though it's been documented in a 25-page peer-reviewed paper on the Bentham Open Chemical Physics Journal, uncontested for the last year and a half. Not only do we find the evidence of these chips, of small red-gray chips of nanocomposite materials, but the results of that fairly explosive material, which is the iron microspheres, billions of them found in all the World Trade Center dust. Previously molten iron microspheres, 6% of the weight of these dust samples in many cases are composed of these. Well, this is evidence that they sustain temperatures exceeding the melting point of iron, which is 2,800 degrees. But office fires and jet fuel only get to be about half that temperature. So
and you've got this now from hundreds of sources, from all the different buildings and apartments, and the different groups that have records of this, and from memorials. I mean, this is now the evidence chain over and over again confirmed.
Oh yeah, there's no question. They can't fight it. It's completely an airtight, solid case, and not only with that, but even the evidence that FEMA came up with in their Appendix C, the documentation that these steel girders looked like Swiss cheese. They're melted, and other stuff.
And we have the firefighters on video on national TV saying there was molten iron, like a foundry, like a volcano, molten, and we have the NASA photos weeks later, thousands of degrees, way above jet fuel. I mean, they used something in there that had molten slag 3-4 weeks later.
Absolutely, and there's documentation of that in videos and photos, in addition to the dozens of witnesses seeing all this molten metal running. And it's clearly molten iron. Tests have been done on it by physicists. It's not melted copper or aluminum or something like that. This is several tons of it underneath all three World Trade Center high-rises, reminding your listeners that there was a third skyscraper 47 stories tall, Building 7, which dropped in 6.5 seconds straight down uniformly suddenly and at free-fall acceleration into its own footprint. This is like a house of cards, a pile 4 stories tall. This is clearly a controlled demolition. When we show the architects and engineers about this, as we did in the press conference last night, it drops their jaws as well, because they know that's a controlled demolition. Everybody does. This is intuitive. A building can't fall at free fall acceleration and crush anything on the way down. If it's going to do work like crushing columns, it's got to slow down. And NIST even acknowledged that this was a free fall acceleration. So it's unbelievable, all the evidence that lines up for the explosive controlled demolition. And CNN was there with their cameras at the press conference in Washington, D.C., at the National Press Club, and we're hoping that they have the courage to put this on the air. We've got coverage in Utica, New York, from one of our 60 press conferences that were held concurrently around the world. Utica, New York has it on TV. Phoenix had it on TV today. So we'll find out who else has the courage to expose the crime of the century.
Well, the point is you're gaining ground. More and more evidence is piling up, confirming the previous evidence. And this is one small spectrum of the evidence. You've got CNN and BBC reporting Building 7 had fallen an hour and then 25 minutes before, and giving the away it officially did fall later, so they were right. I said they were clearly fed some type of news feed and that the government jumped the gun with kind of a false start, and later the BBC admitted Reuters gave them an internal report about Building 7 falling from fires more than an hour before it fell, but they went with it 25 minutes before it fell. You have the police saying, get back, they're bringing down Building 7 on CNN, and it is being reported that we've got Breitbart, Sun Herald, Forbes, Yahoo, and others in print media are reporting on this information now. So you're really breaking through that electronic Berlin Wall, and when people actually look at the evidence, they find out the official story is a fairy tale.
And we took this evidence